Good morning, children. Today in social science in geography in class 9, we continue the lesson Physical Features of India. So we'll take up the Indian desert. Now this desert lies on the western margins of the Aravalli Hills. It consists of a wave-like sandy plain and it has various types of sand dunes. Now dunes are mounds of sand which are formed by the wind. We see here that it receives less rainfall, less than 150 mm rainfall annually. It has arid climate and low vegetation. Streams appear only during the monsoon season and not through the year. The only large river in this region is Luni. Then crescent-shaped dunes called barchans cover most of this desert. Near the Indo-Pakistan border, longitudinal dunes are seen. Example is the Thar Desert. So if we see this on this map out here, these are the Himalayas, this is the northern plain, this is the Deccan Plateau, and this is the Great Indian Desert. This is the Aravalli Range. So this is the Great Indian Desert. So we see that it has less rainfall, then it has arid climate and it has low vegetation. Now we come to the coastal plains. The coastal plains, the Peninsula Plateau is bordered by narrow coastal strips running along the Arabian Sea on the west and Bay of Bengal on the east. The western coast lies between the Western Ghats and Arabian Sea, and this is a narrow plain and it has three sections. That is, the northern part is called Konkan, from Mumbai to Goa. The central stretch is called Kannad Plain and the southern stretch is called Malabar Coast. So if we see this on the map out here, we can see that this is the Western Ghats, this is Konkan, Kannad, and this is the Malabar Coast, and this is the Arabian Sea. So this is part of the northern part of the Konkan. We have Kannad Plain and the Malabar Coast. Now if we see, this is Bay of Bengal and this is the northern Sarkar and this is the Coromandel Coast. These are the Eastern Ghats. So the plains that lie along the Bay of Bengal is more wide and it has level. The northern part is known as Northern Sarkar. This is where we have that, and the southern part is called the Coromandel Coast. We have large rivers out here. Large rivers like we have Mahanadi, we have Godavari, the Krishna and the Kaveri, and these form extensive deltas on this coast. Lake Chilka is an important feature on the eastern coast here. So if we see this in this form of this diagram, we can see that this is a coastal plain. The Peninsula Plateau is flanked by narrow strips which run along the Bay of Bengal in the east and Arabian Sea in the west. Then the western coast is divided into three. Konkan, that is the stretch between Mumbai to Goa, Kannad, the central stretch, and Malabar coast, the southern stretch. Then the eastern coast is divided into the northern Sarkar and the southern Sarkar, and the southern, which is known as the Coromandel Coast. Then we see that we have islands. We have, here we have the Lakshadweep Islands, and here we have the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Now Lakshadweep Island, it covers a small area. The area is around 32 square kilometer, and the main administrative headquarter is the Kavrati Island. This island has great diversity of flora and fauna. The Piti Island is uninhabited and it has a bird sanctuary. Then we see over here, we have the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Now over here, we see They are bigger in size and they are numerous and scattered. It is divided into two groups, or categories one can say. The Andaman in the north and then Nicobar in the south. It is believed that these islands are an elevated portion of the submarine mountains. These island groups are of great strategic importance for the country. Now, why they have strategic importance for the country is that there is a great diversity of flora and fauna in this group of islands. So, there's a lot of diversity of flora and fauna in this group of islands. And these islands which lie close to the equator, they have equatorial climate and has thick forest cover. So, we see that unique features of each region can be observed. Each region complements the other and makes the country richer in its natural resources. So we have mountains, we have rivers, we have plains, we have desert also. The mountains are the major sources of water and forest wealth. The northern plains are the granaries of the country where a lot of agricultural production takes place. Then they provide the base for the earliest civilizations. The older civilizations all settled near the rivers. Then the plateau is a storehouse of minerals which has played a crucial role in the industrialization of the country. So that is also important. So they are rich sources of minerals in the plateau. The coastal region and island groups provide sites for fishing and port activities. So we see that the diverse physical features of the land have immense future possibilities of development. We have developed, but there is still a lot of scope for development. Thank you.